This is Nova 100. You're on the air with Jason Lauren. Clint's here as well. We're doing it thanks to Show Ready Express.
Premier.
Jacinta Allen, the Premier Victoria is in the house. Good morning.
Good morning.
Tell everyone what you just said to me off the air.
Oh, I hope the kids aren't listening.
Go
Can we
on.
high five? Kids are back to school this week. Parents high fiving around the state.
How many you got in your house at
I've
school?
got two, and
Yep.
one. We've got a high school starter this week and a primary school starter this week. So
A preppy?
Oh no! I haven't spread it out that much. No,
like going back to primary school.
going back to primary school. So last year primary school, first year high school in our house this week.
Wow,
Jeez.
that's a
Big
big
week,
deal starting year
big week.
7.
Yeah.
Did you open the school bags and the lunch boxes are still there from last year?
Yeah, we did all that. I tried to get more organised this year and did it early January, but still, it's a bit of work.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
new uniforms, school bags.
And kids, they
And
just keep
kids.
growing and growing
Yes.
and growing.
Hey, good news for parents who have kids heading back to school. I saw the announcement that you're throwing a bit of coin their way.
Look, I think everyone knows about how tough it is at the moment. Cost
Yep.
of living pressures real for so many, and back to school costs. They're one of the big things. You know, it comes at Christmas time, New Year. It's an expensive
School
time of the year.
shoes.
School shoes, and as
School
you said,
books.
kids grow.
I know.
Little treasures, they grow. So you've got
Little
to make
treasures.
sure you
You
hit
didn't
'em
call them
out.
little treasures off the air before.
No, that's don't.
And my
be
mum bought
naughty.
me school dresses that lasted like 5 years. They were just so big when I started, and I slowly grew into them.
Thrifty.
At your school, did they do that thing where they measure the length of the skirt to make sure it's
Yeah, well,
appropriate?
in like senior school, it was supposed to go to the knee, but they didn't measure it. But if it was too short, it was a problem. But we used to roll it up to make it shorter.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the school bonus.
saving bonus. And so, in order to help families with this expensive time of the year, we have rolled out the school saving bonus, $400 per student.
Right.
So it doesn't matter primary school, high school.
Primary school, high school, it's for government schools and for low fee paying non-government schools. So about 700 students across the state are eligible for it.
And the parents can spend that at Dan Murphy's, or it's got to be
No,
like
no,
right
it's
now?
got to be.
Gotcha,
It's
gotcha.
targeted to uniforms because
Yep.
that is one of the big costs, and also camps and excursions.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're a big part of your
that's where
school
they get
life.
you.
And
Yeah.
also, we know a few families, that's one of the things that they don't do if they're feeling
Yes.
Yeah.
bit
Yeah,
stretched.
kids will miss out.
And
Yep.
you don't want your kids to miss out.
So how do they
And-
get their cash?
So it's being administered through the schools. We've wanted to make it as easy as possible. And I asked the team for the info for you this morning. As at this morning, we've had $95 million redeemed
Wow.
through
Good.
the school saving
Good.
bonus.
Good.
90
Which
and
shows
that's
you how
gone-
much people need it.
Yeah, and that means that's money that parents have for other things that
Yeah.
they need to spend on.
Great.
And it has. I've been in my own. I've been visiting the uniform shop a bit over summer with the kids, and I've seen parents use it. I've seen
you,
them talking to the.
Do you do hours in the tuck shop at your kids' school?
Oh no! I used to do a bit of reading in the classroom back in the day before I had
Yeah,
before I
right.
had this job. But no, I was on uniform shop duty this year, and it was really watching families use it. I could see how it was making a real difference.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey,
Oh, that's good.
While we've got you, can we talk about yesterday?
Yeah, Sam Abdul Rahim. This is
Yeah.
horrifying, and for many in the community, it's really scary. Are you confident that the homicide squad, the police, have got this in hand, and should the public feel concerned?
Look, Victoria Police, and I think you might have been talking to them earlier
Yeah,
as
we were.
well. They've got huge resources on this. They have their organised crime task forces and work incredibly hard. The advice that VicPol's given me is that this was targeted very clear. Like it's horrifying. It's horrifying scenes and have been very distressing for the local community. But it was a targeted. It was a targeted
I know,
targeted act.
I know everyone keeps saying that, and we were having this
Yeah.
discussion before because there was a shooting in South Yarra just
Which
over a year ago.
it's similar circumstances.
Targeted attack.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's like if I was in that car park yesterday, you know, and
Yeah.
all hell breaks loose, you know, people are concerned that they're going to be
Caught
caught
up
in the
in it.
crosshairs.
It's scary.
Absolutely,
You know.
that's a totally natural reaction. Look, I can take the VicPol advice. They're
Yeah.
saying it was targeted. They're saying there's no broader risk to the community.
Yep.
And we know that VicPol, they've got eyes on these
Yeah.
groups,
Yeah.
and they throw a lot of resources at this work.
Okay, well, while we're talking about feeling safe in the community, we've got a huge problem here with youth crime. A lot of finger pointing is going towards you and the government. what are we doing about it? Because I think people are more, honestly, what I saw yesterday, I'm not as concerned about as someone stealing a car, a kid stealing a car, getting arrested and then getting released again. What
It's
are we
the home invasion
actually-
stuff that's really
It
freaking
feels
me out.
like it's out of control.
Yeah. No, look, there's no doubt. There's no doubt. The stats tell you, your lived experience tells you that we have seen an increase in that sort of behaviour, particularly from there's some groups. And again, this is the advice I get from VicPol. There's a group of young offenders, and they are repeat offenders. So in recognising this is a real issue in the community, the Victorian Parliament, we passed some laws last year to give the courts and the police stronger powers to deal with the youth offenders, not grant them bail, not
Because I
increase
feel
use.
like the police are doing their job and these kids are getting
Oh, it'd be
out
frustrating
again.
if you're a cop. Was it in Queensland I saw over the holidays that they've lowered the age?
Yeah,
Yeah.
adult crime, adult time is
Yeah,
what it's been
that's-
badged as.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, look, that's Queensland's pathway. What we've chosen to do is give police more powers and
Yep.
the courts too.
So the
and
police
also
have more powers, but what about the courts? Because it
and
feels
the
like these
courts
kids
do.
are just getting...
No, there's
like,
stronger bail requirements, stronger bail, new offences if you commit about not getting bail if you commit a serious offence while you're on bail.
But it feels like
also
that's not
too-
happening, right?
Well, these laws are being rolled out right now, and it is. You know, we're giving the courts these powers. We're giving the cops these powers. And then I also want to flag, we're rolling out this year electronic monitoring. So on some of these youth offenders, the repeat offenders, electronic monitoring, because we need to make sure that there's an accountability.
Absolutely,
around,
but as long as
around these.
if someone's monitoring them and they leave their house, that we go and pick them up. Because
Yeah.
I mean, without
Absolutely.
sounding like an old grumpy man, it's like we're saying, oh, we've now got AirTag technology. That's been
also
around
just,
for ages.
It feels
you know
like
what I mean?
these kids are outsmarting the system. Like, I don't know
Well,
if
they
you
don't
saw
care,
that.
Lauren.
Hang on. I don't know if you saw that video the other day of that kid who was driving and he was filming himself saying, I do this because I can, because I'm going to get let out again. Like,
Yeah, no, and that's why we needed that's why we needed those law changes. And also, too, I can flag with you this morning. Like, if we need to do more, we will. If we need to do more, we will. We've passed
it
these
feels
laws,
like we need to do more.
And this is something again. I hear this from police. Hear this from people in communities right across the state. And what you said, Lauren, before about that frustrating that people. It's frustrating, you know, the repeat.
So
offending.
when are those bracelets coming?
So we're rolling out that trial this year. In terms of the electronic monitoring, and it is about
Forget the monitoring.
accountability.
Lock them up, I say. If someone breaks into my house at 2:00 in the morning, mate, they need to be locked
Well,
up.
that's again why we've made those bail changes.
Just finally, politicians say polls will come and go. I mean, the most recent one had the primary vote at around 22%. I mean, why aren't the public buying what you're selling?
Look, I absolutely understand, and again, it comes from talking to people. Community wants more from their governments. We've been talking this morning about the cost of living pressures. Absolutely know that that's a real pressure for households and families across the state. It's why we've got the school saving bonus. It's why last week we announced a fair fuel plan to save motorists hundreds of dollars a year on fuel. I absolutely accept that governments, people like me in these leadership roles, we've got to work harder. We've got to understand where the community's at, listen to the community and respond to what they're telling us, and particularly on cost of living. It's real, it's hurting people. And my commitment is to fight for those households and families
All right.
because
There's
they're
a
in my
test to come
community.
in Werribee, isn't there, in a little while, by-election there?
Yeah, no, and look, that is absolutely right. But governments and all political parties are put to the test at election times. That's why we live in this wonderful democracy.
okay, Jacinta Allen, the Premier, with us this morning. Just quickly, I know that money for kids going back to school is a huge relief. So if people do need it, they deal with the school. Is that how it
so
works? How do people find out the
Yeah,
information?
so families will have got emails from their schools late
Yep.
last year.
Oh,
Right.
so many
Yeah, yeah.
emails.
I know
from
so
that.
many emails.
We love
Jesus.
Compass.
So they can-
we love
Isn't it a
Compass.
portal? Isn't there a parents'
Log
portal?
on to the parent app. Let me tell you about the camp coming up.
Okay, but we need
No.
the cash. So what do we do if
Yeah,
we
yeah.
can't find the email? We talk to the school.
Talk to the school. Talk to the school and
What's it called? The school savings
saving bonus.
bonus.
And our school. Can I give a shout out
Yeah.
to the admin teams in schools?
I was about to
They're
say,
fabulous.
they'd be loving
They
that.
are fabulous,
The Bursa.
and they are making sure that this money is getting
Great.
to
All
families.
To
right.
the people who need it. Good on you.
Jacinta
Great.
Allen joining us on the air this morning. Thanks for coming in, mate.
Good to see you guys. Have
Thank
a good
you.
year.
Gonna be a good day. Jason Lauren.
Wake up feeling good.
On Nova 100.
Jason Lauren.
Follow them on socials. Nova.